The easiest way to convince you guys that Mihawk was not trying at Marineford is to simply look at the dialogue. Imagine right before firing a bunch of strikes from the world's strongest sword, just saying,
"Now what will you do?"
Bro's reaction to Luffy's freak out after being intimidated is, "You seem unusually calm." Daz Bones pulls up on him and he immediately one-shots him while saying, "Hey, you're Daz Bones, right?" I guess it didn't matter that much. When Vista stops him, all he can think about is how Luffy is able to recruit these people to his side so easily. He's not even thinking about the swordsman who he is fighting. You know how characters in One Piece are always making sounds while they're in battle, whether it be breathing or whatever? You will not see this from Mihawk here. Even when Bro casually has one of the greatest sword feats we've seen thus far, not a word is coming from this man's mouth, not even a sound. Just the sound of his sword is what we're hearing. People bring this panel up to say that Mihawk was not restraining his power. If you genuinely believe that Zoro's end goal was unable to really do anything against pre-time skip Luffy, you're entitled to that, I guess. I think the correct interpretation here is him referring to his sword, or even fate itself. The attacks from the world's strongest sword are always going to be deadly, no matter what. The organization he's working with, the Navy, is something that he has a grudge against. The grudge is so large that it's caused him to have major trust issues. No wonder he didn't use a single named attack. Bro is just clocking in. We already know he doesn't want to fight Shanks anymore after Shanks lost his arm. He knows that Shanks willfully lost it. He's not dumb. Like he told Zoro, he has nothing to teach a man who can't finish what he starts. He views Shanks as having a disadvantage against him, so he doesn't want to fight him ever again. And we know he's not a big fan of the group he's working for, as I already stated. So why should we expect him to break his code for the Navy's sake? It doesn't make sense. He only agreed to fight Whitebeard, and even then he kinda had his fun. You may argue, why even come to Marineford in the first place? Well, it's because he's probably bored. He got to witness a lot of different fighting at Marineford, which I'm sure he enjoyed seeing. Even while barely trying, he just still dominated the battlefield, which is definitely saying something. Like how Oda displayed how effortlessly Bogart is able to train both Kobe and Helmeppo at once using one hand. This is the type of stuff we're talking about.